What's up, guys? It's Miguel here with Market Open. Very slow morning. Ended up taking one trade, red trade, but I can't really find anything else that I really like. But there was one trade that I wanted to take, and unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties during that time, and I'm really mad about it. It would have worked out. We'll talk about it today on Market Open Trading. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, consider subscribing, where I give you guys tips and tricks on how to stay profitable in the stock market. Now, let's talk about the trade that I took today first. So this morning, I had ARWR, TVPT. They were both continuation plays. MLHR, Roku, Facebook, AAL, which I believe is American Airlines, and AYI on the watch list. Now, most of them ended up not setting up, but the one that did end up setting up for me was DAL, which is also within the airlines. But like I said, let's talk about the actual trade I took first, the red trade, so VXX right here. So now let me put them side by side. So I'll put the SPY here, and then I'll put VXX here. So if you guys don't know, VXX is an exchange traded note, which is the opposite of the SPY. So if the SPY goes up, VXX goes down, and it has volatility. So it means that it goes twice. It moves twice as much, basically the opposite of the SPY. So if the SPY goes up one tick, VXX will move down 2 ticks. So I noticed this morning that we were gapping up on the SPY, and we had a gap to close basically down here at around the 272 area. I saw that the SPY is actually trending down very slowly, but it is gapping down, or it's trending down. But I noticed right around here that it's forming a lower high, which triggered me to look at VXX or TVIX. So I looked at VXX. I decided to take that, and as it was, let's see here, I took it long at 1013. So there we go. So I took it long here at 1013 right here. So I took it long here with my stop was going to be down here at 36.25. I took 400 shares long, and as you can see, it reversed 10 minutes later. So the SPY is very hard to trade. That's why I typically don't trade it, but if it's trending down and there's a gap to close on the downside as well, I'll typically take a stab at it once in a while. It's just that the SPY is very hard to predict because it's an accumulation of the top 500 stocks in the market, so it's not collectively moving together as one stock typically would. Whether if it's gapping up or gapping down, a lot of the times it will follow continuation if it's a regular stock. But since the SPY, the S&P 500, is an accumulation of 500 stocks, depending on what everything else is doing, is what the SPY will do. So that's why it's so hard to predict on what it will do next. So I took it long there, and unfortunately the market started recovering and started coming back up, so it ended up kicking me out, lost 80 bucks. Now let's talk about the trade on DAL. DAL this morning was my DAL and AAL were my main candidates. I put AAL on the watch list, but I knew that DAL was actually also gapping down. So right here. So DAL and AAL, I might have been a bank or something. They got some news saying that most of the airline stocks during this time of the year, they typically don't do too well. So all the airline stocks started gapping down, but the one with the most volume ended up being AAL, which is American Airlines, and DAL wasn't on the watch list because of that, because there really wasn't a lot of volume in it. It was gapping down, but I knew in the back of my head that there's all these airlines, so AAL and DAL typically move together or very similar. So I automatically, as soon as I saw AAL, I said, oh, what's Delta doing, which is DAL. So that actually ended up setting up a little bit better than AAL. As you can see, AAL is actually trending up right now, but DAL moved up like I like them to do, and then right here in this spot right here. So if you'll notice here, it goes up, makes a high, and then it makes a lower high. So if it makes a high and it makes a lower high, it means that it's starting to give up there's not enough sellers for it to push it back up to the top and keep trending up. So if it gives up on the highs, which means that it's going to start trending down, especially if it's gapping down. So what I wanted to do was take it short under VWAP here. So my entry was going to be 49.25. So unfortunately, when I typed in DAL on my broker, it said something about an after hours price or something like that. I forgot exactly what the problem was, but by the time I said, well, screw it, let me look at AAL, and then I looked at it, wasn't setting up, then I go back to DAL, it had already flushed down here to, what is it, 49, 17, 16 or something like that, and I had missed my entry. Basically, I was late 8 cents, and I'm not going to chase it. So it never gave me a shot to try and get back in, and if you notice here, it ended up flushing down to 48.90. What is this? Yeah, so 48.89 is, so I would have been able to get my 1-to-1 and take my partial. So unfortunately, I was not able to take that trade, and I kind of had to force this this VXX trade. So I probably should not even have taken it, but there was really nothing else to be had here this morning. So lost $80 on the morning. Tomorrow's 4th of July. Actually, I'm not even sure if the market's open tomorrow. I'm not even really sure, but I know that there's a lot of lower volume, so there's not a lot of continuation in these plays. But yeah, DAL. Hopefully, you guys take a picture of that and put it on your wall. If you see a lower high or something like that, right here, typically the point where it bounces is where you want to get short. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to break down under VWAP, so that's why I chose to do it wanted to do it under 49.25, but ended up not working out. I was going to end up calling the broker, but by the time I would have gotten through to them, they had already fixed it. So I just didn't feel like chasing it. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it down in the comment section below. Also give this video a thumbs up if you guys are on YouTube. If you guys are on Facebook, make sure that you guys join our Facebook group. Or if you guys are on YouTube, also make sure to join our Facebook group. We have over 10,500 members. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. What's up, guys? It's Miguel here with Market Open Trading. We're actually getting ready to go out to the fishing spot. It is Tuesday afternoon, about 1 p.m. You might be wondering, how are you going to go fishing in the middle of the week? Well, I finished work this morning around 10:30. My morning starts around 9 a.m. and an hour into the day I was done. I made a few $100s this morning, and I figured I might as well go fishing. Now, I've actually designed a course that shows you my system from A to Z, everything that you need to know on how to get started trading stocks. The best part about that is that it actually comes with one-on-one mentoring. You'll get to interact with me on a weekly basis, and you'll get all your questions answered. So if you guys want to click on the link below, I'll see you guys in the room. Remember, guys, live life on your terms. See ya.